Hello guys, welcome back to What Next. So this video will be actually be brief. I'll be talking more about the trade I took last week. It was a loss though, but we still talk about it. And we're going to be talking about the game plan for this week, the pairs I'm looking to trade, what I'm expecting for the dollar and whatnot. Although I told you guys about the prop firm I actually bought for the 100k with Alpha Capital. I've not been really busy. I've not been really trading the account. So now I want to try and pass the account. So we still have the goal for this year to be funded, 1 million funding. So that's the first 100k, and we hope we actually pass the account. So I'll be documenting each step I go through with the account, the trade I take, the win, the loss, everything. I'm going to be documenting it. So without wasting much of your time, let's hit to the chart and we talk about the trade we took last week. Okay, this is my chart, and I'm actually on Australia, the AUD CHF. That was the trade I actually took last week. So I will definitely use my replay mode so I can show you guys what I did. Yeah, so that was on a Thursday. So on Thursday, I will go back a candle again. So on Thursday, when I came to my 4-hour time frame, from my daily time frame, the reason I wanted to sell because I wanted to sell for the AUD CHF. So I was looking at this fair value gap, this daily fair value gap here. I'm going to tell you guys the downside for the trade and the reason why I was not supposed to hold for the take profit I was supposed to go for. So this is a daily daily CB, yes, and if you look very well, this is a sweep here. So I'm just giving the bearish arguments now, then later on I'm going to give you the bullish argument. This is like a sweep for me. 1 day sweep. Yeah, this is like a daily sweep for me from this high, and give momentum to the downside. So this is bearish, but the bullish side is that if you should check the weekly time frame, you see that price is actually sweeping the previous week low, and if you should see it now, price is finding it difficult to close below these lows. This was the downside of the trade that is giving me bullish argument. So regardless, I went to my 4-hour still. Then I was looking at price. Let me delete this line first. So I was looking at price. So as you can see now, the only fair value gap we're seeing here is this fair value gap, this 4-hour tiny fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap I was actually looking at. This fair value gap. So this is actually a 4-hour BC that can literally take price forward. So this was on Wednesday. So if I should play price forward, this is what price did. Yes, so this is Thursday. This was what price did. So what I was expecting, literally, I was expecting price to just, because you go to my 1-hour time frame. Yeah, this was where I actually took the trade. I guess so, because aftermarket actually disrespected this 1-hour fair value gap. So I went down to my either 15 minutes. Yes, it was during London section. So if you go to your 1-hour time frame, London section, before London section actually opened, I can literally see another fair value gap here for the 1-hour time frame. This was a fair value gap here. So go down to my 15 minutes. This is the London open, and as you can see, this place here was 15 minutes fair value gap that can send price to the upside. So what I was actually looking for is for price to come into this 15 minutes fair value gap, and I want to see this fair value gap fail. So when I did, I saw that this was the first candle. This was a bullish candle coming into this fair value gap. So in all normal scenarios, this bullish fair value gap, this bullish candlestick would have given another bullish candlestick for which to see higher prices. But since this candle closed below this low, I went down to my 5 minutes time frame and I took a trade from this place. This was where I took a trade. You see the fair value gap to the downside. So I took the trade from these lows, covering these highs. Then instead of me targeting 2% of which I'm supposed to target, I went to the 4-hour time frame. This was where my mistake actually happened. I went to the 4-hour time frame and I was targeting these lows there around something 4-hour. My setup I was supposed to take I just trade the risk reward is just 2-to-1 risk reward. That is what I normally do, but I was just being greedy today and I wanted to go for the long run. That okay, let me just run past the challenge like once and for all. I'll get a good profit margin to the upside. So what actually happened? Price came, tagged me in, and was giving lower prices for the was giving lower prices. So if I should play price forward, let me just go to the 15 minutes so it can be faster. If I should play price forward, this was what actually happened. This was what happened. So if I was aiming at these lows here, you see this low, this liquidity points here, all this liquidity pools here, this one here. If this is what I was aiming for, I would have gotten my almost 2. Yes, almost 2. And this was when the market actually reversed back up. And as you can see, this was where it actually took me off for a loss. So this was the loss I took last week. And coming into this week, what I'm actually looking forward to this week, as you can see, I'll go back to my daily time frame. So same thing. If you should see the 1 hour time frame, what I did for the 1 hour time frame, let me show you again. You see this first candle, this fair value gap. Since this first candle coming into this fair value gap, this candle was closing inside the fair value gap. So I was waiting for this second candle to sweep and continue higher. Since the second candle was not sweep, it swept this candle. So the third candle was supposed to be a bullish candle, but this third candle was closing below this candlestick. So what's my plan? I was like, okay, since this is closing below, I'm going to be targeting these lows here. And that was what price did. So if you should see what I actually showed you again in this place, where is it? Yeah, this place here. This candlestick, price came into the fair value gap, gave a bullish candle. Ideally, we're supposed to see another bullish candle, but price is closing below this candle that tagged into the fair value gap. So what am I going to target? These lows. So it applies to every time frame. So for the daily time frame now, for example, what are we going to do? Why do I delete this stuff? Okay, delete. So for the daily time frame, I should go back to my daily time frame. This is the game plan now for it. What are we saying? There's a fair value gap. Yeah? The first candle came in and the second candle actually swept. So what we're expecting price to actually still come down, ideally, to these lows. Now this is kind of giving like a failed swing. And see this, you see this candlestick here? Since this candle for Friday closed above this candlestick, I'll be expecting bullish prices. Bullish prices ideally to these highs here. But one thing I tend to like, when I was still learning then, one thing I failed to do was looking at the higher time frame. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put one day lead and I'm going to go to my weekly time frame. What is the weekly doing? See what the weekly is doing. The weekly literally swept this previous week low. Let's just try and be fast about this so the video won't be that too long. What did the weekly do? The weekly swept the previous week low. Weekly swept. Then what are we looking for? There's a fair value gap here. There's a fair value gap here for the weekly time frame. This is like a weekly fair value gap, local city, and this is a swing low. Price is closing above. Yes. So our first target for this week is just ideally this previous swing high. We don't you don't need to rush it. You don't need to take too much things. This swing high, and this is what we're actually targeting. This is what I told you we're targeting. You see this place here, and this place is actually sitting with the what's it called, fair value gap. So what are we going to do now? For example, what am I going to do? Sorry, what I'm going to do is very simple. Now this candle, this is like an engulfing candle, totally engulfing this candle, and actually swept liquidity, and now it's engulfing this candle. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to go to my 4-hour time frame, and it's going to be like really simple. I'll go to my 4-hour time frame, and this is what I'm expecting price to do. I'm expecting price, as you can see, there's a fair value gap here, and price is currently reacting from that fair value gap for our BC. But I'm expecting price to come. I'm expecting price to come to this swing high, that is this fair value area. I'm expecting price to come to this fair value area for me to take a trade from. So now, two things involved. Should go to your 15 minutes time frame. You see this fair value gap now. I'm still expecting price to like consolidate during Asian section. Then when it comes to London section, I'll be expecting price to come into this fair value area and look for a bullish setup from here, then take a trade. The reason why I'm trusting this leg, it's simply because even in the 4-hour time frame as well, the 4-hour time frame is swept liquidity as well. This lows here. To me, I would say that's a sweep. 4-hour sweep. Swept these lows, gave higher prices with this momentum going to the market and closing well above these highs. So I'm expecting price to come into this 4-hour fair value gap, this fair value area, creating another 4-hour fair value gap, then targeting this highs. That is for AUD, but I might not trade the AUD CHF because AUD is like weak currently compared to the euro and dollar. So I'll be prefer the euro CHF. Look over to fair value gap. So I'll be preferring the Euro CHF. Why? Because if you go to the daily time frame, it's as simple as that. Although price is sweeping this place, let's start from the weekly. What is price doing? We'll see that the last week actually created this fair value gap. But if you look at the AUD CHF, it's still like you're not seeing the markets giving strength. But Euro CHF, you are seeing strength in the market. And currently, what was the market reacting to? The market was reacting from this weekly fair value gap. There was a huge reaction from the fair value gap. If this fair value gap should hold, we're supposed to see down prices, but still the market gave higher prices. So you should come to the daily time frame. The daily time frame is just telling you everything. Market actually came from this fair value gap, created another fair value gap, although it's not closing above this high though. Then if we want to trade this place, since it's not closing above, if I want to trade it, I'll just go to my 4-hour time frame and look for a 4-hour fair value gap from this place, from this bullish daily fair value gap. So the Euro CHF is cleaner than the AUD CHF. So what am I going to do? It's very simple. So I'm going to be looking for price. Let me delete this as well. I'm going to be looking for price to come into, this is a bullish 4-hour fair value gap for our BC. And as you can see, this is another block. So I'll put the fair value area. points. So what I'm looking for price is as simple as that. I'm just expecting price to come into this area, look for, but before I was go to the 1 hour time frame. Oh, there's a fair value gap here. Okay, so if I'm to buy, two things involved, because I tend to eliminate some support and resistance from my chart before I want to go for a buy setup or a sell setup. So if I'm to buy now, the only obstacle that will hinder me now from not getting to this high here is just this 1 hour fair value gap. Just that one. So what I'm expecting price to do? I'm expecting price to just come to this 1 hour fair value gap before coming to my level. So I will know that there is no fair value gap to the upside that I want to limit my trade going to my direction. So if price should come here and come down, then I can boldly go to my 15 minutes time frame. Then I'm going to look for a setup from this level, bullish fair value gap, breaking market structure. Then I'll take the buy, targeting these highs. As simple as that. So that's just what I'm looking for on Monday. Tomorrow, what I'm just looking for in the market is just for price to come to this level, look for a bullish fair value gap in the 15 minutes time frame, then place my entry and wait and allow the probability in the market to do its work. So that is it. I will not be talking about the dollar now because I don't want this video to be too long, but this is one of the major pairs I'm actually looking at. I have other pairs I'm looking at as well, of which I'm not going to touch on now, but this is the one I'm literally looking at the moment. So I'm expecting bullish prices from Euro CHF. Although I told you guys about AUD CHF, it's still nice though, but I would prefer trading the Euro because the Euro is stronger. As you can see there, from this fair value gap, you can see there's a huge move now, momentum, but I'm still going to wait. Guys, that is just my setup for what I'm actually looking for this week. So I'll be trying to do like a vlog for my trading for probably tomorrow Monday. I will try my possible best to be doing some videos whereby I can be updating you guys from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not really trading because of FOMC. That is for Thursday. Is it Thursday or Wednesday? Something Thursday, I guess. Thursday or Wednesday. But a day before FOMC, I don't trade. And FOMC the day, I don't trade before the news. I tend to trade after the news. So, but regardless, I'll be documenting what I'm looking at. So, but tomorrow Monday, I'll be having some couple of trades tomorrow, of which I'm still going to like document and share for you guys probably on Friday, Saturday. So thanks for sitting and having the patience to watch the video. So what next? We'll see in the next video. Thank you for watching. God bless you.